start with, I thought I was good at public speaking, and then there's this. This is terrifying. This is really cool. I literally forgot everything I have that I prepared. Luckily, I did create this nice note card. A little bit different than a written speech. I did type it out this morning, but I'm more of a note card person. Flip it around. Here we go. First of all, I'm going to say something I think interesting. Here we go. So this week has been this week has been intense. It's been awesome. It's been a whirlwind. It's been terrifying in certain moments, but I've kind of been exhausted, and I've really enjoyed every single minute of it. And I think it really all came together after I was crying while walking with Mo down the aisle, because that was hilarious. That was fantastic. So that sort of opened up maybe some emotions that I didn't really know were going to come up. I was like, okay, Matt and Rebecca are getting married. This makes sense. Cool, I'm excited for you two. And then I found myself post-donkey having diarrhea once. Luckily he did not have his moments down the aisle. And there we were. We were standing, we were all fanciful and happy. And I found myself actually tearing up, being like, cool, Rebecca's about to walk down this aisle. Holy crap, my brother's getting married. And it really hit me, like, this is really special. I mean, we've never run a wedding on the ranch before, at least in this way, and it's ridiculous. It's sort of like Disneyland, but it's I mean, there's flags everywhere. Yeah, so I mean, I would like to say, like, at least as a first off, like, thank you two for meeting, because this is really fun. Yes. So the whole point of my speech is actually going to follow after the plotting. Meeting Matt, Rebecca, Athens. The first time I met Matt, I've met Matt a long time before. The first time I met Rebecca was while my brother was studying abroad in Athens, and he was like, okay, let's have like a big family dinner where we have some wine and some great food in Athens. And then the next evening, he's like, you know, let's have a smaller dinner with some like special friends. We're like, okay, cool. And then these two girls showed up, and yeah, you're over there. I see you. So you both showed up. And we're like, okay, this is sort of intimate, interesting. And then I remember my mother and I walking home after like my brother and Rebecca and Alana. Sorry, I was really hoping that wasn't gonna happen. Alana might have pieced out. And we were like, hey, what was that? That was interesting. Matt, why would Matt have a dinner with two girls and us? Like, something has to be going on here. And clearly that worked out well. I definitely remember my mom calling me like, be like, hey, I think Matt's sort of having like this girlfriend named Rebecca. That's awesome. So that's point number one, meeting Matt and Rebecca. And sort of going from there is I've sort of had this weird like way of meeting Rebecca. Is either like the cool, it's Athens, then every other time has been an extreme adventure. So let's just say I'll go first into sort of like your guys' adventures, where like you guys went to Egypt and you sort of went hang out with Bedouins. Matt might have had some local water and might have come back with Giardia for a year that you didn't notice. You don't notice sometimes, but it's part of it. And luckily he had that cured. He's good. He looks healthy. It's great. And adventure number two. Matt sort of was like, hey, I'm in Belize. I might be living in a concrete hut with some Mayans. It's awesome. You should come hang out for a week. And I was like, cool, sign me up. I'll fly down for spring break. Let's see what happens. And I showed up, and it was ridiculous. So like we're flying in. I was in this like puddle jumper airplane that like pretty much you could land anywhere. Really, like if you had 4 feet, you could fit us in like that 4 feet. It's awesome. So we're circling the soccer field, and the soccer people leave, and then we land in the soccer field. I get out of the front seats, and I'm like, hey, I like to help. Maybe I'll get my bags. And they're like, no, go over there. And I'm like, but this is confusing because we're in a soccer field. And eventually I get my bags, and then I sit for an hour and a half in a back of a pickup on a really bumpy dirt road. And then we end up in this Mayan village where Matt and Rebecca are sitting in a great hammock, sort of concrete hut, surrounded by I guess, houses with hammocks everywhere, and it's fantastic, and it's really pleasant. I was like, this is rocking. You guys, good job. And that adventure, after a few months, eventually ended with Matt being sort of like a quasi version of life flighted back to the University of Utah Infectious Disease Hospital because of some, we think, at least what we can surmise is rats climbing in the rainwater tank, poisoning the water, and then Matt somehow only drinking that water with no one else drinking that water, and getting something that really he had, I mean, he had 25 blood tests, who knows? Something happened. Yeah. And then there's Rebecca. So, Matt, clearly growing up in Wyoming, really understands the outdoors. Rebecca, growing up in Boston, is a little bit maybe promiscuous. That's really terrible. Sorry. Retract that whole word with a second really big arm movement, because that's just weird. And maybe it was more unclear about like what is Wyoming in the outdoors. Sorry. I'm just gonna hug you. That's weird. So now that we've realized that Rebecca made us unclear from Boston to Wyoming with the outdoors. I don't know where I was going with that. Anyways, so Matt's like, I have this harebrained idea. This cool girlfriend I have and I are going to go to the outdoors. We're going to do some archaeology in the high mountains of Wyoming and go on an archaeological trip. And Rebecca might have had less camping experience than people who've grown up in Wyoming. So it got wild. And there might have been some rivers that might have taken her downriver and some extreme weather. And this might have continued for like 2 or 3 trips in a row, which is not how you want to introduce yourself to camping. But she's still here. Fantastic. Still upside down. Don't know how that happened. I got nervous with a weird comment. Yes, okay. Surviving things. That's where I had it. Surviving anything is easy. I don't know if that's a note. But, so clearly, Matt and Rebecca have been through some crazy adventures, and it's been awesome. And I guess what I like to round out with is, like, if you guys have survived those things, this is clearly the biggest next step you've ever taken with a whole, like, movement downward. And it's amazing, and I'm excited for you both. And I know you both are very tenacious and inspired people through your extreme ability to find just weird jobs and sort of great life goals, and I hope the best for you, and I'm excited to be part of your guys' lives for many, many, many years. Thank you.
Okay, hold on. Now that we know Will's going to run for senator for Wyoming. You were wonderful, I swear. But we were using those $1 million bathrooms out there, and I have to fill the spot. So there's only one thing to do. Come here. You're not supposed to do this. Now you're not supposed to do this. You wait, okay? Cheers. Cheers. Okay. Hold on. We gotta do the Greek one. Pull this one. Here we go. You take that one. Okay. It's getting hard. I wish you'd hurry up. Cheers. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's real good. Okay.